In modern life, where social connection seems to be everything, many of us might feel that preferring to be alone is unusual or concerning. But did you know that quiet moments, when we are alone, are the times when we truly connect most deeply with ourselves? These are the moments when we discover the hidden corners of our souls, understand ourselves better, and develop valuable qualities that are not easy to obtain. Stoic philosophy, with its timeless principles, offers us a completely different perspective on being alone. Being alone allows people to perceive and connect with themselves at the highest level, creating space for self-development, deep thinking, and living a simple yet meaningful life. In this video, we will explore 10 unique personality traits of people who enjoy solitude through the lens of Stoic philosophy. These characteristics not only help them face life calmly and resiliently, but also bring them a meaningful and prosperous life. We will see that being alone is not about loneliness or weakness, but an expression of strength, autonomy, and maturity. Before we start the video, I have a small challenge for you. Watch the video until the end and don't miss any lessons, because each lesson is crucial in helping you become more consistent with your choices and live a full and peaceful life. Please leave a comment saying, "I am the winner" below if you complete this challenge. Now, let's begin the journey to discover the profound wisdom of Stoic philosophy. Number 1. Accept yourself. Accepting yourself means embracing every aspect of who you are, the good and the bad, the strengths and the weaknesses, the light and the dark. According to Stoic philosophers, understanding and accepting yourself is not only an intellectual act, but also a profound spiritual journey. Epictetus, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, once said, "There is only one way to happiness, and that is to stop worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will." For Epictetus, understanding one's own limitations and accepting them is the first step to achieving spiritual freedom. While we can't change everything in life, we can control our attitude towards it. People who enjoy solitude often have stronger self-acceptance. They take quiet time to reflect, recognize their strengths and weaknesses, and avoid being overly self-critical. They understand that everyone has their own shortcomings and challenges, which contribute to each individual's uniqueness and value. Those who cherish solitude often find inner strength in self-acceptance. They acknowledge both their positive traits and their flaws, understanding that these imperfections are part of what makes them unique. This self-awareness not only helps them live authentically, but also enables them to face life courageously and honestly. Stoic philosophy teaches that wisdom comes from knowing who we are, and that virtue lies in aligning our lives with our true nature. By embracing our whole selves, we embody this wisdom, accepting our imperfections not as flaws, but as opportunities to grow and learn. The journey towards Stoic self-acceptance is not an easy one, but it is a worthwhile endeavor. It helps us live authentically, not by avoiding reality, but by facing it courageously and honestly. This path cultivates compassion for both oneself and others. Understanding the complexity and contradictions within ourselves helps us empathize with the actions of those around us. This compassion is the foundation of Stoic philosophy. emphasizing the interconnectedness of humanity and the importance of kindness and understanding. Number 2. Have a strong belief in your personal values. A strong belief in personal values is one of the most admirable qualities of solitary individuals and a core principle of Stoic philosophy. For Stoic philosophers, maintaining faith in personal values is not only an act of self-affirmation, but also a way to live a meaningful life despite difficulties and challenges. Stoicism teaches that true happiness does not come from external praise or possessions, but from living a life aligned with one's own nature. When a person is alone, they have the quiet time needed to reflect on the personal values they hold dear. This solitude allows for deep analysis and constant critique of these values in the pursuit of truth. In the stillness of solitude, they can listen to the true vibrations of their heart without the cacophony of social expectations. It is in these reflective moments that they can truly realize what matters most to them. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most renowned Stoic philosophers, once wrote, "Our life is what our thoughts make of it." This means that if you suffer from anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but due to your evaluation of it. And you have control over that evaluation. When we have a strong belief in our values, we remain unshaken by external fluctuations, maintaining calm and steadfastness. Imagine someone facing criticism or pressure from society about their lifestyle or views. Without a strong belief in personal values, they might easily waver and lose direction. However, those with a firm belief in their values are not easily influenced. They clearly understand what is important and right for them, and are willing to stand firm in the face of challenges and opposition. I'm curious. When was the last time you stood by your personal values and followed your heart? What were the results? Did you notice a significant change within yourself? Please share your stories and insights in the comments. Number 3. Intrinsic motivation and mastery. People who enjoy solitude often have strong intrinsic motivation and mastery. According to Stoic philosophy, intrinsic motivation comes from a belief in personal values and life goals rather than external factors. Self-control is demonstrated through managing emotions, actions, and thoughts, ensuring that external events do not disrupt internal balance. This approach not only helps us live meaningful lives, but also showcases true spiritual freedom. For those who cherish their solitude, this inner fire is both a compass and a source of energy. These individuals often find joy and meaning in life within themselves, independent of recognition or influence from others. They are not swayed by external factors. They develop an inner strength that helps them motivate themselves and maintain mental balance even in the face of great challenges. Consider writer and thinker Henry David Thoreau, famous for his book Walden, which details his life in the woods of Walden Pond. Thoreau chose to leave city life and modern conveniences to live among nature, not out of necessity, but from a desire for a simple and honest life. During his time at Walden Pond, he planted trees, fished, and wrote, all driven by his intrinsic motivation. Thoreau did not seek the approval of others. He found satisfaction in his own values and goals. This reflects Stoic philosophy, as he chose a simple, independent and self-reliant lifestyle, free from external influences. Of course, I'm not suggesting you move into the woods like Thoreau. Instead, consider the wisdom of Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius. Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. Society changes rapidly, and we are constantly surrounded by conflicting information and opinions. In solitude, ignite a fire of inner strength through reflection, the joy of discovery, and the peace that comes from knowing you are on your own authentic path. Before continuing, I want to ask you a question. When you have time alone, how do you usually feel? Do you get bored and look for someone to talk to, or something to do to kill time? You might consider it free time, but for people who enjoy being alone, it's not just free time, it's time for reflection. Let's move on to the fifth quality, the ability to think deeply. Number 4. Ability to think deeply. People who appreciate solitude often have the ability to explore and reflect deeply within their own minds. Those who think deeply seek truth and meaning in every aspect of life. They do not easily accept what is presented to them. Instead, they constantly question and reflect to gain a deeper understanding. For Stoic philosophers, deep thinking is not just about seeing through the surface of a problem, but also about understanding its true nature. This helps them develop a broader perspective and a richer understanding of life. For those who enjoy solitude, the ability to think deeply helps them find peace of mind. They do not rely on others to determine their worth. Instead, they learn and evaluate themselves. They connect deeply with themselves, understanding their own strengths and weaknesses, and recognizing what they can and cannot change. This self-awareness fosters confidence and steadfastness in life. The ability to think deeply also enables people to solve problems more effectively on their own. When faced with difficulties, instead of reacting hastily, deep thinkers analyze the situation to find the optimal solution. This not only helps them overcome challenges, but also allows them to learn and grow from these experiences. They can control their emotions and analyze situations rationally, thereby achieving peace of mind. Stoic philosophy teaches, we must learn to see things for their true nature, not just their appearance. How do we understand the ultimate nature of things? There is no other way but to sit down and reflect for ourselves. Some people grasp this concept, while others do not. Those who understand it will gradually come to appreciate solitude, valuing the precious time for reflection. Learn to reflect and dig deeper into everything in life, and you will discover the infinite power of your mind and soul. Are you willing to take the time to reflect and seek truth in your life? The answer lies within you. Like this video to let us know you're ready. Number 5. Ability to manage emotions. Philosopher Epictetus emphasized many times, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This implies that managing emotions is not about eliminating them, but about controlling how we respond to external situations. People who can manage their emotions do not let negative feelings dominate their lives. They understand that emotions are temporary reactions and should not dictate their decisions and actions. Have you ever felt that a temporary emotion made you do something you regretted later. Have you ever wanted to find a way to manage these responses? Sitting with your emotions, not trying to avoid them, but truly understanding them, provides tremendous strength. Those who cherish their alone time harness this power. They understand and control their emotions by not suppressing or ignoring them. Instead, they delve into their feelings, observing and dissecting them to understand their origins and how they influence their reasoning. When a person is angry, they might react negatively to situations. If this pattern continues, it can become second nature. However, by sitting alone and reflecting on their reaction, questioning the reason behind it, they can find a better way to respond. And you? When you experience strong emotions such as anger or happiness, have you ever questioned what you are feeling and why? We are halfway through our journey today. Your presence is a great source of encouragement as we strive to bring the true values of Stoic philosophy to more people. Please like and share this video to spread these lessons to your relatives and friends, helping to build a happy and peaceful world. You can also leave a comment saying, "Being alone," if you are ready to continue with the next 5 lessons. Number 6. Ability to self-learn and develop. As you may know, the 3 pillars of Stoic philosophy are Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius. Among them, only Epictetus was born into slavery. Despite his harsh circumstances, Epictetus did not let his status as a slave stop him from learning and growing. He studied and trained himself, becoming a great philosopher with profound ideas about freedom and morality. Even in the face of numerous difficulties, Epictetus continuously sought knowledge and self-improvement, becoming an inspiration for many future generations. Albert Einstein once said, "When you stop learning, you start dying." This learning is not limited to a structured curriculum or classroom walls. Learning is not only motivated by fear of grades. It is also driven by pure curiosity and the joy of discovery. Self-learners choose learning content based on their interests, needs, and questions about the world. This freedom allows them to dive deep into subjects that fascinate them, making the learning process less of a chore and more of a passion. For self-learners, solitude can feel like heaven. They don't study for recognition, they study for themselves. They spend time alone delving into knowledge, giving themselves the chance to explore, question, and grow. They develop discipline and self-discipline without the supervision of a formal school system. The process of self-teaching is not just about acquiring knowledge, it is the practice of Stoic virtues and a testament to the power of the human will to overcome obstacles in the pursuit of wisdom. Being alone and self-studying does not mean losing connection with the world. On the contrary, this journey leads to a deeper connection with the community as self-learners use their profound knowledge to contribute to society. Have you ever seen a self-taught person who keeps everything to themselves and shares nothing with the world? Most self-learners are enthusiastic contributors to their communities, acting for the benefit of everyone. I would love to hear your opinion about the qualities of self-study and self-development. Do you agree with this perspective, or do you have your own views? If you disagree, please don't hesitate to comment below so we can discuss and explore the truth together. Number 7. Strong mental health recovery ability. One of the ultimate principles of Stoicism is to make a clear distinction between the things we can control and the things we cannot control. We cannot control external events, but we can control our reactions to them. As Epictetus famously said, there is only one way to happiness, and that is to stop worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will. People who appreciate solitude understand this principle best. They use quiet moments alone to build a strong mental fortitude, enabling them to face adversity calmly and steadfastly. This mental fortitude is not just a protective shield, but also a foundation for deep reflection. Adversity becomes more than a challenge. It is an opportunity to learn lessons in patience and perseverance. They accept and appreciate these opportunities, viewing difficulties not with sadness or complaint, but with gratitude for the chance to grow. By understanding this, life becomes an adventurous journey filled with discoveries. Consider Viktor Frankl, author of the famous book, Man's Search for Meaning. A Holocaust survivor, Frankl was captured and detained at Auschwitz and other concentration camps during World War II. Despite witnessing and experiencing unimaginable pain and loss, Frankl did not succumb to despair. Instead, he found meaning and purpose in his suffering. He realized that even in the most desperate situations, people have the ability to choose their attitudes and reactions. Ask yourself, when difficulties arise, can you face them strongly and learn from them without falling apart? If not, take time alone to delve deep within yourself and build a solid mental fortress. Learn to face and overcome challenges with determination and optimism, and you will discover the infinite power of your soul. Before we continue, I have something to ask you. When are people most creative? You might have many different answers, but I believe that Stoic philosophers and great minds throughout history would say, when they are alone. Let's move on to quality number 8 to understand this better. Number 8. Creative thinking and problem-solving ability. When you find it difficult to solve a problem, it's not because you're not talented enough or lack knowledge. It's simply because you haven't tapped into your creativity. So sit down, find a quiet place, and analyze the problem. People who enjoy being alone can clearly see this benefit. When they are alone, they are not distracted by other issues and can fully focus on solving the problem at hand. Instead of being discouraged by difficulties, they look for new and effective solutions. Have you ever wondered how you can turn a difficult problem into an opportunity to learn and grow? How can you develop creative thinking and problem-solving abilities in everyday life? The creative thinking and problem-solving ability of those who appreciate solitude are closely related to maintaining inner peace and controlling emotions. They know that by dissecting and thinking through the problem, they can find the best solution. This focus prevents them from being affected by anxiety, insecurity, or panic. The ability to think creatively is crucial for finding new and different paths. Instead of following the beaten path, creative thinkers look at problems from many angles and find unique solutions. As Edison once said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways." That won't work. Creative thinking and problem-solving abilities are essential qualities not only for those who like to live alone, but for anyone who wants to achieve success and peace in life. In Stoic philosophy, this quality is celebrated and encouraged as part of living a meaningful and purposeful life. Moreover, having this quality enables you to inspire and lead the community as a leader. In a world full of turmoil and problems, leaders are needed to bring about a happy and peaceful life. Have you ever sat alone, thinking and looking for solutions to problems? Did you solve the problem? Was your approach creative and enthusiastically supported by others? Please share your story with me in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your experiences. Number 9. Live minimalist. When it comes to minimalist living, people often think of minimalism in terms of material possessions. They clean up their living and working spaces and reduce their assets by getting rid of or donating items. While this is a part of minimalism, it is not the whole picture. Minimalist living also means letting go of unnecessary distractions and focusing on what is truly important. It involves not only cleaning your physical space, but also decluttering your mental space. People often think that living minimally will take away the joy in life. But on the contrary, living minimally can fill your life with more color and meaning. When you let go of unnecessary burdens, you become more free to explore life. You can embark on every journey without encumbrances, achieving the highest freedom in life. Stoic philosophers believed that true wealth does not come from possessing many material things, but from achieving inner peace and spiritual freedom. Epictetus, a famous Stoic philosopher, once said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." Those who appreciate solitude understand what they truly want from life without being influenced by societal prejudices. They are not bound by frivolous material things or endless desires. They focus on core values and find happiness in simple things. The ability to live minimally helps us focus on personal development and meaningful relationships. When we aren't distracted by unnecessary things, we can spend time and energy on learning, improving ourselves, and building deep relationships. Minimalist living does not mean giving up everything, but knowing how to choose and keep what is meaningful. It helps us find true freedom by freeing us from material desires and social pressures. Ask yourself, can you start your minimalist journey by eliminating what is unnecessary in your life? What changes when you focus on real values and ignore frivolities? Number 10. Strong intuition. In Stoic philosophy, intuition is seen as a vital tool for gaining a deeper awareness of oneself and the world. Intuition is not just the ability to sense things instantly. It is a combination of experience, knowledge, and deep understanding. The strong intuition of those who appreciate solitude is not something mystical. In quiet moments, they delve into their nature and uncover deeper wisdom to guide their decisions and actions. Within each of us, there is a voice speaking from deep inside, but it is often drowned out by the noise of daily life. When we sit quietly, we can hear that voice more clearly. Why do we need intuition? Is it really that important? Imagine standing at a crossroads, uncertain which path to choose, with no reason or logic to guide you? Would you choose a turn at random? Are you confident that the end of that road will be a rose garden and not a bottomless abyss? In such moments, intuition guides you toward the right path. Intuition does this because it aligns a person's actions with their true nature. It connects people to their inner selves. Strong intuition helps us make good decisions and live more meaningful and satisfying lives. When we listen to and trust our intuition, we connect more deeply with ourselves and find paths that align with our values and goals. Have you ever wondered how you can listen to your intuition more? What would change in your life if you trusted and followed your inner feelings? Try sitting alone in a quiet space and listening to what your heart is saying. In these moments of solitude, you can hear your inner voice more clearly and develop a stronger intuition. By doing so, you engage in one of the most profound acts of self-discovery and personal growth. Philosopher Epictetus once emphasized, "When you're alone, you should call this condition tranquility and freedom, and think of yourself like the gods." Imagine you are a god when you are alone, with full power over your thoughts and emotions. That's why Stoicism encourages people to spend time alone, not just for peace and quiet, but to cultivate a series of valuable qualities as mentioned in this video. These qualities help us live meaningful and fulfilling lives. Being alone does not mean being lonely. We are not alone. We choose to be alone to explore our deepest selves, connect with our inner thoughts, and develop a strong attitude toward life. By embracing solitude, we can take control of our lives and achieve inner peace, regardless of external circumstances. Let the lessons from Stoic philosophy inspire and empower us to live autonomous, steadfast, and meaningful